Welcome to Love Them Knives channel. TwoSun time. I love TwoSun time. We got the Sebastian Irawan design, the TS108. Hold on. Did you get over that whistle? Did that hurt your ears? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to get too enthusiastic, but this one is really cool. TwoSun knives. Go figure. They're all over the damn place. On eBay, no less. Let's wipe this down. I've been playing with it so much now. See? Wild looking blade. Got a little bit of a recurve in here, so yikes. The flat stone's probably not going to do quite what you need them to do. You're going to need probably on a rod system would work, and I've got one of those, so yeah, I could sharpen it that way if I wanted to. Look at the design. Beautiful design on this knife. Kind of set up as a front flipper, obviously. For me, I can kick it loose and follow it around. You know what I mean? Got a big front choil here. I'm not, it has to be a certain type of a front flipper for me to flip out over it. But luckily, bang, I can finger flick this. I guess I can bring it around. Well, maybe with my thumb as well. Hold on. Yeah, I can break it loose with my thumb, but can't really flick it that way. This is so much easier just like this. In any case, what happens when I try and front flip it, I'm doing this. I'm hitting this with it. So I can break it loose and bring it around the rest of the way like this. Or if I stay out of the way, which I do when I do this. When I do this, bang, So I prefer to actually finger flick it. And it's got a pretty solid detent on it. So, you can feel it there. Yeah, I can't get my finger out of the way quick enough. You might be better than I am doing that. I'm sure you would be. Kind of got to back up off of there, I guess. There you go. Finally. So, a little practice, a little patience, and get your finger out of the way. And this, you can front flip it. Lord, you got to work at it for a while. So I haven't really spent a lot of time trying to. There you go. I'm done. Now you can go. Just kidding. Cool knife. Like the design. Check out the pocket clip. What's going on there? Sebastian Irawan. I'll give you a link to his Instagram. Right? And his page just keeps going. So I just thought I'd print the second one. Gee, what is that? In any case, you can check out what he's doing. Different knife designs. This really looks interesting here. Right? So check out his Instagram page. Designer extraordinaire. Doing this collaborative with TwoSun Knives. I'm getting better. See? I'm improving. There goes the flipper tab all the way through here. Big holes. Nice, interesting flow on this design, though. Look at the back spacer. It goes almost meets the back edge of this for a continuous closure on that back of that knife. Isn't it interesting? The triangular shape here in the opening of the blade. This big choil area for being able to go forward and getting really close up on things. And maybe it'll actually cut a piece of paper. Who knows? Whew. Oh, okay. Never mind. Yeah, that's really sharp. That's really sharp. Somebody did a good job on that. Gee, I wonder who the designer was. Oh, and over travel stop. Hardened steel insert, as you can see in here, to interface with the D2 blade. There's your lockup, probably about 30%. Disengaging this is really easy. You can see right here. You can hit that opposite lock bar side and disengage. Closing it, not a problem. Kicking it open, not a problem. How heavy is it? I don't know. I'm going to find out. How big is it? We're going to find that out too. Ounces. 4.43. Not huge, is it? I mean, it's not heavy. 125 grams. Pretty light. Paramilitary 2. Ever hear of one of these? Well, as a comparison, check it out. Not far apart, are they? Pretty close. Flip, aspect ratio, pretty doggone close. So let's put the tape to it and see where we are. And come on, catch up. 3.5 inches, kind of like, 90 millimeters, just like the Paramilitary 2. 8 inches overall, 20.5 centimeters, so just a 1/4 inch shy of what the Paramilitary 2 would be, although it's heavier, although it's not a lot heavier, which is kind of amazing. Obviously, all the milled out holes help reduce weight. You've got contoured titanium scales. I guess if you want to consider that contoured, here. Obviously, this is a flat, but other than that, yes, they're variable in their height as it goes through the scale. And by the way, that might be an interesting thing to check out. Yeah, about a 1/2 inch thick. Pretty standard, 12.5 millimeters. Let's see what the blade stock is. About 3.7 millimeters, 0.14 of an inch. So not overly fat. Good traction up here with this kind of jimping up here. So yes, it feels comfortable going here. The ergos are good there. You get back here, you're kind of pushed back behind a big, huge area here. So you're riding further back maybe than you would from some other knives when you're holding it like this. That's why this almost feels more natural. But this is okay. I mean, you got like this palm swell thing going on here to fill your hand. Reverse grip, that's fine. And this is so flat, close to the scales, it's not a hot spot. And it's a nice little design cue here. Maybe also acts to a degree as an over travel type of barrier, but it's got an over travel stop in here in any case. So bearings, ceramic, and if you get your finger out from the front, you can flip it open. Still lousy at it. Better at that. Better at that. The D10 on this is pretty strong, actually. I wouldn't call it a 6, but I'd call it a strong 5.5. Maybe somewhere between a 5.5 and a 6. I don't think I can throw this out. I don't think I can begin to throw this out. And I can usually throw out a 5. I can't throw a 6 out. And of course, this being a front flipper makes it a little tougher to evaluate the D10. But it's strong. I mean, it's strong. It's real strong. I could back off and just throw it as hard as I can here. And I cannot get this blade to come out. So that's pretty strong. Maybe it is really considered a 6 on my scale. It's really close. So that's tight. The D10's good. It's centered up. No lock, rock, or blade play. It's a good solid knife. And if you haven't seen, our spreadsheet, which I'll give you the link to, of the knife testing that we've been doing, and we've been testing the steel to make sure it's D2 or M390 or whatever on all the knives that we've been testing. But we've been testing TwoSun knives as well. The M390's been real. The D2 steel's been real. The HRCs at Rockwell has been within spec. And you can check by clicking on the link to go to these spreadsheets and look down on the different knives that we've been doing. Okay? And see down to the T's on TwoSun. Check out the HRCs, the elements, the test for the blade steel, all that. You can see all that, and that gives you the knowledge and the power as a buyer to know what you're buying is real, and it's the real deal, and the steel is properly heat treated. I think that's important. So, good looking knife. Yeah. Whew, that really sets in there. But it's not like it's not flickable. It is. It's very flickable. But boy, when it goes, you know, because that detent is fairly strong. But this little cutout is really nicely chamfered. It's not sharp like some knives are when they have a cutout in the blade. This one is really nicely finished. The back of this, there's no sharp. Well, this is a little edgy here. Other than that, all up and down this spine here, this is really nicely done. Okay, nice grind. If you don't like the curvature, you don't like these worny looking kind of blades, then, you know, then this is maybe not your knife. But I really like the overall design of the knife. It flows. Now, it looks like they're using pretty much all of, and it's touching me, of the scales that it can use. So that ratio is really good. Lanyard hole here at the end. Looks like it's tubed through the back spacer, so it's nice and protected that way. The hardware looks nice. These look like machined screws. And, you know, you could pimp this knife out, you know, titanium. Do the pocket clip a different color, the back spacer, whatever. You know, so it's kind of open for that. Obviously, this is nicely machined, yet that's accessible to a number 8 Torx. And the screws, I don't know if they're number 8 or number 6, actually. This is a number 6, so let's see. Nope, those are number 8s. Those are number 8s all the way through, so that's really cool. And of course, where'd I put my thing? Here it is, number 8. Okay. Yeah, those are number 8s all the way. Yeah, okay, that's cool. So you only need one size Torx for the whole thing. For disassembly and reassembly. Comes in a lovely presentation box with nothing on it, so you don't even know the model number until you write it down. I wrote this down and this down, and of course I put this on my box so I remember which knife goes in which box, right? The Garuda, Sebastian Irawan design. What do you think? We love them TwoSun knives. Oh, check this out. So you got all these different designers making all these different TwoSun knives. And of course, we've got to show them off, right? Yeah, you want them in the picture, don't you? I mean, Wong design. And of course, Wong again, and another. I just happen to really like his designs really well. TS108, 81, 107. And then this is the 114 with Knight's Edge and Atorma that have done this. And of course, Night Morning Design, yes, with the Integral and the M390. Really cool. Thanks for jumping in, checking out the TwoSun knives. We're too crazy, and that's why we love TwoSun. You know what we do around here. We love them knives, so you guys out there, you stay sharp.